Good morning and happy Christmas. This is our breakfast for this morning. So we've got some of the Pillsbury dough cinnamon buns and some
chocolate chip
I think it's no egg or something of chocolate chip toaster waffles. We're just about to tuck in, aren't we, missus?
Yeah.
So we'll let you know what we think.
Merry Christmas, everybody! It's Christmas in the city. We have just come down to the tube station, so we've had to come to the one that we came to yesterday because again the one opposite us, because of Christmas hours, it's just shut. But it is basically just like London, where you have like one stop has multiple entrances and exits, so it makes sense that they've
like 10 entrances.
Yeah, so it makes sense that they've shut some of them because obviously it's Christmas, isn't it? I mean, it's awful enough that they're working on Christmas, and I always feel bad about getting things like this, but it's all we can do when we're here, isn't it, on Christmas? But at least quite a lot of the stations, some of the station exits and entrances are short, so it's just limited as to where you can get in and out, which is fine because this one's still open, so we're perfectly fine. We're about 2 hours before our cruise, so the plan is, to get off at Times Square, because that's where we'd have to get off anyway, which is it Penn Street Station? Yeah, so we get off at Penn Street Station, that's basically Times Square, and then it's about a 15-minute walk from there to where we're getting the boat, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we're coming early now so that we can have a little look around Times Square where it's going to be quieter, have a little walk around, then we'll head over to the boat, see what's around there, and then we'll get on and hopefully have the best Christmas dinner and Christmas day ever, won't we?
My head's getting caught in the coat.
Yeah, it's getting caught in your coat. Let's have it caught in your coat. It is -7, but it definitely feels different from yesterday. It's a lot warmer than yesterday. Yesterday, like last night, you see from when we were at the 9/11 memorial, I had like my hood up, my scarf wrapped around, we had coats. I mean, Matilda's still all snuggled up today, isn't she? You've got your hat on, still quite snuggled up. Oh, you got your Mickey jumper. You got that from the character warehouse, didn't you? Yeah. But it's not as cold as what it was, though, is it, from yesterday?
No, not at all.
So we will catch up with you all soon. This is for you, Brian. New York subway. That's what I'm filming for Brian. So we just got off the subway station at Times Square. I just wanted to show you, I noticed this yesterday. So in all the little kind of glass things here. It's not? Yeah, I said Times Square. They've got like these little blocks with like things inside them, which are really funky, aren't they? So it's like a lot of the stations, I keep forgetting to show you, a lot of the stations do have like really nice things. And like, even if you look along the side there, look at all the mosaic. I think I can see another mosaic down there as well. Like, look at that, the big subway mosaic. Like, a lot of the stations are actually really, really nice. They're uptown trains. Like, a lot of it is a lot of mosaic, isn't it? But it's really nice. Yeah, it's not like, but it's not like dirty like people say and full of homeless people, and it's nice, it is really nice. So I'm about to put my gloves on because we're about to head out into the cold. And then now we're out the subway, I've took my gloves off again because look how cool that is. It's like flashing Subway. Not Subways in food, Subway. Just a normal Subway. But it's pretty cool, so it's mad empty. So we're down the side street now, aren't we? This is not Times Square yet, is it? This is the side of Times Square, and it's busy. Considering you thought it was going to be quiet today. Like, it's Christmas Day, and it's busy in the city. Right, these characters are literally everywhere. I've just kind of quickly done that so they don't mob me and try and get money off me. But the steps are open today, and we've not been on the steps yet, so we're going to go up the famous red steps. So we've just come into the McDonald's on Times Square. We've only actually had McDonald's the one time we actually came, the very first night, but I've just ordered a hazelnut latte for me, a small caramel hot chocolate for Matilda, and a large premium hot chocolate for Anne. So it's not even come to, I think it's come to like $10 or something. I'm trying to work out, I don't know what Ant's doing here, so how much has it come to? $12.37, and that's for a large hazelnut latte, a small caramel hot chocolate and a large hot chocolate. It's way much cheaper than what Starbucks and stuff would have been. So you have to basically order on these things here, and then you go and collect it over there. So I'll let you know what it's like when we've got it. Oh, so we're out of McDonald's. Me and Matilda actually went, well, actually you came in and up to the second floor to the toilet. Yeah. But as we was coming down the stairs, they have like a security guard on the stairs, and he was stopping people and saying to them, have you got a receipt? And they were like, no, what do you mean a receipt? And he said, well, you have to buy something to go upstairs. And I'm like, you had to buy something in the shop just to go upstairs. He was like, yeah, you need to go to the cash register and purchase something before I can let you go upstairs. Which I think that's really bad, because they might have just been using the toilet. Obviously it's Christmas Day. There's not a lot of public toilets around anywhere, and I hate that. I hate the fact that places don't let people use the toilet. I understand that they've got to clean it and things, but it's a human right to go to the toilet. I do think it's ridiculous that you have to purchase it. And when me and Matilda went up, we never said anything to her, but maybe you saw me give the receipt to Anne. I don't know, but I do think it's really bad. Maybe because I had Matilda. Also, there's all these people giving like these bus things out as well. So it's all the like bus passes, so they want you to try and go on these bus tours. And I think I did a video the other day where he gave it, I took it off and he took it back, didn't he? But they're just everywhere. They're like forcing it in your hand. So like bus tour, come on. Like trying to get you to. It reminds me of them people in Vegas with those little cards where they flick the little call girl cards at you. But those little funny cards, it reminds me of that. And I'm like, honestly, I don't want a bus tour. And plus I wonder like whether it's actually real or not as well. Like you don't know, you can never be too sure, can you? But we're gonna get the tube now and head over to where we're getting the boat from. So we'll catch up with you soon. Just come back down the subway station at Times Square, and just to show you again that like these subway stations, some of them are really good like this. So they've got a full city map there. This was showing you the next times of the next trains, where they were going to. So look, it's just as easy that like I literally do the bot when I tap my watch, Ant taps his phone, straight in, aren't you? It caps it at a certain price. You know, it's really good. It shows you here all the difference. There, look, no active alerts, there are the delays, there are the escalator and the elevator statuses. That's all the different tracks, all the different colours, where they all go to. So we are going...
2 or 3.
So Ant's checking on, have you got this mapper?
Number 2 or 3, yeah.
So you can see there, look, so that's what it looks like. So it tells us where we're going to. So Ant's putting where we need to go to. Leave within 2 minutes. Walk to Times Square, get in at that entrance, get the subway, there you get on it, and that's where you get off. Yeah. Really, really simple, isn't it? So we've got to find the 2 or 3. So there's 1, 2 and 3 and 7 are this way. So we're going to head this way. And then even now it's still there on the list there. So you can see, look, 3, 2, 1 tells you what time they're going to be here. It always tells you the final destination, doesn't it? So a bit like in London, if you were getting on the tube, it would tell you the final place of where it needs to go to. And then they always say whether it's uptown or downtown. So we're still heading this way. So we're going uptown now. I don't know. Uptown's that way, downtown's this way. So we're going downtown, so we're going this way. So there's the other sign again there. Downtown and Brooklyn, tube 1, 2, 3. Downtown and Brooklyn. And then we just literally head down this staircase. Sorry, I know this probably sounds a little bit boring, but I just thought this is something that I really wanted to know before we came, and nobody really had footage of it. And here we are at the tube stop. So it tells you on the board in front, I'll just zoom in a little bit. It shows you the arrows of which way they go, which stop they're going to. So see how the first one is pointing towards that side, which means it's on that line. Number 3 is pointing that way, which means it's going to go that side. But what's really strange as well is that there's like more tubes on the other stations, which is really, really crazy. But you can see there, look, 1 downtown via 7th Avenue to South Ferry late nights. 2 Brooklyn also stops here. And then it tells you here, so it tells you, look, downtown and Brooklyn via 7th Avenue Express, the number 3. And then it tells you there. So it is really simple, isn't it, when you look at it like that? And then again, look, exit there, Times Square, 42nd Street and 7th Avenue. So it is really easy. Here you go, Brian. How crazy is this? One side has got a tube on there. And then it's got like a little partition between it. And another tube is coming on on this side. And the other one's coming over there. Really crazy.
So we're off the tube, and I think this is what I expected Times Square to be like today, just empty. But we got off at 14th Street, and now we're just meandering down to Chelsea Pier 61 to get on the Bateau brunch cruise. There's actually shops open there as well. I must say that's got to be the nicest CVS building that I think I've ever seen. It's obviously an old bank or an old city building of some sort. Even the buses are running today. But we're gonna, bendy bus. We're gonna meander over there, aren't we? Oh, and there's also the Museum of Illusions as well. Oh yeah, we're almost in. We're in Chelsea at the minute. We're heading towards the Meatpacking District. But I'm gonna put the phone away because I'm about to move my hand due to hypothermia, and we'll catch up soon. We've just come up to walk the Chelsea High Line, which is an old rail track. You can still see the tracks. It's all been redone and made into a nice little park to walk along. It's gorgeous. So it's really near to where we need to get onto the cruise, so we're just gonna meander around. Yeah.
Go far on it, but
Just go have a quick walk around and enjoy it, haven't we?
see this bit.
Yeah, all the pretty lights.
Wow, this is really beautiful. Look at this. So they're like changing colours as well. Really pretty. Oh, it looks like it's a reflection on this side. Look at that view. And then the lights are actually on that way.
We made it. It was a little bit of a rush, but we've made it. So we're getting onto the Celestial, which is one of the Bateau New York cruises. As you can see, it's all glass. We've not paid for a window seat, but all the places seem to have a nice view, so we'll see you on board. And we've made it on board. We've managed to get an upgrade to a window seat without even asking or paying. They just sat us here, so it's a very good start. Yeah, we're on unlimited mimosas as well. Yeah, it will be from being out on the water. They've just got to get Matilda an orange juice. Just
absolutely boiling.
It's boiling, yeah. You sat in the greenhouse, aren't you? So we've just come out on the rear deck just to enjoy the sights. We've just put our orders in for our meals. Certainly a different way to have Christmas lunch, isn't it?
It's really nice.
So
It'd be lovely coming out here in a bit when we're
once we're out on the Hudson,
like iconic or something.
Yeah.
It was a bit hard to get past the people to get out though, and I feel bad that I'm going to have to keep saying like, excuse me, can I get past you? Excuse me, can I get past you?
We'll go back in and get one.
Okay, so the starters have just come. I forgot to actually film the menu, but it was basically the option of Greek yogurt with granola and fresh fruit, which is quite nice. It's like a little bar like that I've got. Or it was arugula salad with crumbled feta and beets. Yeah, but it was quite nice, isn't it? So it was a salad or the fruit. That was the two. Sorry, the was two starters.
So we are on our way, and I've just ate my rocket. I said it was a rocket salad. It was just rocket with a bit of cheese and a bit of beetroot, but it was nice. How's your yogurt?
Really good.
I was enjoying the yogurt, and Matilda's just left the beetroot. She's saving the best till last, I think.
I hate beetroot.
And we are on the move. As you can see, there's New Jersey opposite us, and we're heading out towards the Statue of Liberty. Just brought Matilda this activity pack, and what is it? There's some squishies, some crayons, and some colouring. That's really nice. It'll occupy the time a little bit, won't it, missus?
Yeah, I mean, look at these like
It's so strange to be sailing down the Hudson on Christmas Day eating. It is really nice. No, it's just a really nice experience. So we're just going past Macquarie. But look at that, there's big head there. So we have one of them near where we live as well. I don't get on the camera, I can't actually get it in on the camera. But we have one of them near where we live as well. It's called Dream. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we've never actually been and seen it, but it's like 2 miles from where we live, isn't it?
We've just come outside and you can got an amazing view here of One World. Absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, you can see the Empire State Building, you can see the Edge. You could see the Chrysler building a minute ago. I think that's just hidden now. Yeah, absolutely beautiful, though, isn't it? But you can see the exception on the other side.
How cool is this? So I'm literally the only person out on the deck. There is One World Trade. Here is Manhattan. See the whole of Manhattan. The tower, the green tower isn't our hotel, but the tower just to the right of it is our hotel. It's got like the little map thing on the top. And then as I come around here, we are just circling around the Statue of Liberty. Whoever thought they could have Christmas lunch while circling the Statue of Liberty? What a view. And here is the main event, turkey dinner. So we've got turkey, green beans, some cranberry sauce and stuffing.
Mashed potato.
Oh yeah, mashed potato as well, yeah. So we'll go tuck in and see how nice this is. Oh, it's hot. So we'll tuck in and let you know. So we're just turning around now. We've turned around just before the Brooklyn and the Manhattan Bridge, just ahead of it as well. I must say this has been absolutely amazing so far. Just waiting until I can get a proper picture of them. But it's been amazing so far. We've had our main and our starter and we've really enjoyed it. So we're now just coming back past Manhattan. There's where the Staten Island ferry goes from. To see One World Trade in the background. And I think I'm not going to, but if we kept filming for long enough, I think you'd also... Oh, speaking of the devil, there is our hotel. In between, no, the one just behind it. It's been amazing, this, hasn't it? I've really enjoyed this. Yeah, except for the music, but I've really enjoyed it.
And we are just sailing past the Statue of Liberty. Oh, we're turning now. We just got some great pictures outside, like absolutely amazing pictures. I mean, even look at that view outside now as well, you get the whole of New York. That is absolutely amazing. Wow, look at this. I don't think we could get any closer if we tried. We're literally right next to it. It is an absolute stunning view.
So Matilda's doing a Home Alone quiz for us, but our desserts have just arrived. So Matilda and I got the chocolate pudding and Laura got the cheesecake. I'm kind of regretting not getting the cheesecake now. But we've got to tuck in and see what we think. But look at that view. You just, honestly, I absolutely love this so much. But we're on our way back now, so we're going to enjoy our desserts and let you know what we think. And we are on the final approach. You can see here, this is Pier 59. We're going to 61. You can see the edge up there and the skyline out there. I've said this a lot of times, but this has been amazing. There's the Empire State. Honestly, other than the Rockettes, this has probably been the favourite thing I've done. Probably above the Rockettes, but this and the Rockettes are the two. If you're coming at Christmas, these are the two things you've got to do. I've loved it so much. But I can see the other ship in there as well that was more on the wrong side. Highly recommend the Bateau for Christmas Day. Absolutely loved it. They do all days of the year. Not sponsored. We are off. We absolutely loved that, didn't we? Honestly, that was
like a highlight of the holiday.
That and the Rockettes are the two things that we would highly recommend.
No, I love Top of the Rock as well.
Yeah, Top of the Rock.
Even though it was freezing, honestly, that was amazing. But you don't have to just do that on Christmas Day.
No, they do that all year round.
It's all year round, so it's the
Bateau brunch cruise.
Brunch cruise, and you can do it at night time as well. You can do it at 7. It's going again tonight at 7 o'clock.
And I'm probably overestimating a little bit, but if I've not done 5 or 6 bottles of champagne on that cruise, I'll be amazed.
Honestly, he just kept filling it up all the time today.
But the minute that we gave him a tip, he kept going even more. But my glass was literally not empty the whole cruise.
So the tip's not included, so you have to give a tip at the end. So
but we
around like a little thing like what you. Oh, we're on the road here.
Oh, sorry. We gave like an 18% tip. But yeah, that was unreal. We absolutely
people were
loved
just giving like $10.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it's Christmas Day. People are working Christmas Day. I felt a bit tight giving 18%. I wanted to give 20%, but we just didn't have the we'd have had to break into another 50, and then you don't want to ask for change.
$50.
Yeah, we gave $50. It was $300 and we gave $50, so we absolutely loved it.
But
Though.
the people next to us were 4, so
Yeah.
they were even more than $300, and they gave $10.
Wow, that's really poor.
That's what I'm saying. I do think that was really poor.
Yeah. But we bought 2 pictures, so we paid for one in advance, and it was $11 for the second one.
Oh, I've got the menu as well.
Oh yeah, we'll show that when we get back to the room.
But yeah, so we've got 2 really nice pictures, and you got like the minis as well.
Yeah, you got the New York skyline and the
you got,
minis
like,
as
the
well.
minis as well of it.
Yeah.
So you got the different sizes. So yeah, one was already included, and then we just paid $11 for
For the
the other
second,
one,
yeah.
because it's not in a
But
bag.
anyone who's considering it, just do it. It was unreal.
Yeah, I would honestly recommend it for like any night if you want to go to something.
And honestly, can I say something?
Go on, missus.
I was never bored. It was like they give you 2 colouring books, a massive colouring
Yeah,
book.
Matilda was not bored once. She
Like
literally had
10
so much
big
to
colouring
do.
sheets. There were 2 little squishy fidgets to play with. that
But if you
got.
think we've done, what have we done so far? We've done Christmas in Disney twice.
No, once.
Twice. We did it as well.
Oh right, yeah.
And that was better. It takes a lot to say that for us, but that was better. So we're heading back now. It's about a 15-minute walk back to 14th Street.
Better than Christmas at Disney.
This was better than Disney, I'd say.
That meal was better because we went to the Grand Floridian Cafe and ended up having brunch.
Yeah.
But I don't know about the whole day.
Oh, I do, because the time before that I got engaged to you, so this was definitely better. But we're heading back to 14th Street now. It's about a 15-minute walk. There's the High Line, so if you go between those buildings, there's the High Line.
We cross over there, we can get up to
I
it,
think
we
let's
walk
try
back.
it, yeah, let's
So
try
I
it.
think we're going to try and do that. Yeah.
So we will catch up with you soon.
Hello, so just going to fast forward a little bit. So we came back from our cruise and we did a little walk along the, what was it called, Matilda? That high thing?
The highlight.
The High Line. Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful on that. I wish we could have like walked a bit more of it, but we didn't want to do too much because we were pretty cold and we wanted to try and get back so that we could get back out tonight. But we've actually come back and Aunt fell asleep and I said that was fine. I said have a little sleep. I said, and then I'll wake up after half an hour and we'll go out. And we was going to go and do Dyker Heights, but then we decided that we would just go and do the Brooklyn and Manhattan Bridge so we could see it kind of all lit up and Dumbo, because I feel like we've kind of like seen the skyline now by going on that cruise. Yeah, just press start, Matilda. I feel like we've kind of seen the skyline because we've just pressed start.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've been on the cruise today and we got so many great pictures and videos and it was absolutely amazing, the views that we saw. But I do kind of wanted to go over and see it at night time, looking over the city at night. So we were going to go over, but I can't get Ant up. He's like fast asleep on the bed and I can't wake him up. We've tried our best and we can't wake him up. So I went to do the washing and my card wouldn't work. I don't know why, because Ant said it worked the other day. So I had to get the engineer to come up from downstairs and they said my card won't work because even though it's MasterCard, it's not American MasterCard or something, so it won't work. So he paid on his card and I gave him like $5. It was only $2 for the wash. So I gave him $5. I was going to give him a tip anyway for coming and helping me. So I gave him $5. But then when I went back to swap it over into the dryer, I realised that I've got the same problem because my card still won't work. So I tried it because I know Aunt said it worked. And the next thing, it just popped up and worked. So I've put the washing in the dryer and me and Matilda are now making the Ghirardelli kit. So I'll turn you over now and I will show you what we're doing. So here we are. So this is what we bought the other day. So it was half price from Target and it was the Ghirardelli peppermint bark kit. So we've done step 1. So we did the dark chocolate melting wafers in a microwavable bowl. We've mixed them all up, haven't we? Stir well, and then it says pour melted wafers into moulding tray.
I can't really pour it because that bowl is.
Oh, is it really hot?
like
Okay, so maybe I will pour it in and you can spread it around.
Yeah, so you.
Yep, so we're going to do that now. Okay, so we did our first step. So we've melted our chocolate, we've put it in the mould and we've got that in the fridge setting. So once that's set, we've then got to melt our white chocolate. Then we've got to pour in, once it's melted, 3/4 of the little peppermint candy flavour and spread that on top of our dark. And then the last little quarter, we're going to sprinkle on top. But it does say that you can add like peppermint extract, which obviously we don't have because it didn't come in the kit and I know it's optional. And then obviously we have to refrigerate the whole thing and just remove it from the large tray and break it into chunks because it is literally just like one big tray, isn't it, Matilda? It's
That
Not
is
what we thought it
the
was.
Trinidad chicken.
It's literally like one big tray like this. Oh, it's already starting to set. Whereas I thought it was going to be like divided up into sections, but it's not. So if that's already starting to set, I think we could start melting the white chocolate maybe now.
Yeah.
And then we'll get ready for that bit. Okay, so now we're ready for the next step. So we've melted our white chocolate. We've put our peppermint in. So you're going to spoon it out onto there now. And then we'll spread that all out.
I'm wondering if this will melt that though.
No, it won't, no.
Boiling.
It's fine. You got to work quickly. We'll see in a minute how it looks. Okay, so it would seem that Matilda was right. It did end up getting a little bit milky, but I think it's just because it was so hot, the chocolate. And like we did what it said it does, and I never do it that hot at home. I always do it a lot cooler, and that's why we'd lost a few little bits of sprinkles, so we're just kind
It's
of...
very hard.
Don't worry, I did clean the surfaces before, so we're just kind of picking them back up again and putting them back on.
All right.
But it's now going to go in the fridge to set, so we'll see when it comes out. Okay, so this is the pumpkin pie that we got the other day. So it's Rocky Mountain Pie's pumpkin pie. So while we're waiting for our Ghirardelli's chocolate, me and Matilda are having pumpkin pie. Now I normally would just have half each of this, but we decided that it's Christmas.
So
We've
why
had no
not
tea,
let
have we? Because obviously we are on the cruise, but we're going to have a big slice of pumpkin pie. If we don't eat it all, we don't eat it all. Never mind. And we'll let you know what it was like. Okay, so we've took our chocolate swirl out of the fridge.
We'll go and get chocolate swirl.
I don't know, I just called it that. I don't know why I've just called it that. I'm sorry,
It
peppermint
looks like
bark,
chocolate
really.
swirl.
Peppermint bark. But I don't know if I showed you this the other day. I was always wondering what this was, and it's basically comes from here. So this whole cabinet kind of comes out here. So you can kind of, if anything, have like an extension to the table.
So if you had
But when you lift that up, the roll of paper is in there. So what I've realised is that when it's tucked under there and the paper goes that way, is that you can pull it like basically all the way. Oh, it obviously needs to feed through under there, all the way across the table. So you'd basically have like a tablecloth almost, and then you can just rip it off and throw it in the bin, which is really clever, isn't it?
If you had like younger kids, it would be great as well because they could design their own tablecloth.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We should have done that. You could have like drew on it, couldn't you, and coloured on it and
especially
stuff.
if you're in a bigger family with more children.
Yeah.
It's way better.
But it does go. It's kind of going. It goes under here, which is obviously a little bit easier because it guides it then, doesn't it? So it then stays on. There we go, I've got it underneath. It stays on the table. So I've just pulled a section of it out so we can just do this. But we've been like, we pulled a little bit off the other day and wrote like a little message for housekeeping to say like Merry Christmas and things. What are you writing on it now?
Homemade.
So it's homemade. Right, so we're going to tip it out and we'll see how. So now Matilda's corrected her homemade to homemade. She's going to tip it over now, so really slowly, and then let it go onto the table. And that's it. And then peel that off. Wow, look at that.
I mean, that's
So that's the San Francisco Ghirardelli founded in it. So it's like a giant square. So it would have been all white on top had we had made it properly, but I still think it looks really good, that, doesn't it?
It's like we can call it a peppermint swirl.
Yeah, we can do.
It's a peppermint swirl.
So we're going to have a little taste of it. We're going to have a cup of tea, aren't we? We've got Matilda on the TV, haven't we? The new Matilda just came out today in America on Netflix, so we've managed to get it on the Netflix today. So we're going to have a little snack of this now. We didn't really eat much of the pumpkin pie before. It wasn't that nice, was it? You thought it was okay, but it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't amazing though, was it?
No, it wasn't
like,
amazing.
it wasn't great. So we're going to have a little bit of this and we'll let you know what it's like. That is really, really good. So I broke it up into some pieces. Some of them maybe a little bit bigger. We just kind of broke it up, but honestly, it is so good. Really, really good, isn't it?
The peppermint is nice and chewy and refreshing, and the dark chocolate brings
It was nice. I think that's such a good idea as well to make your own, because it was just something fun. I know like it was $5 and it's only made that slab, but it was quite a big slab of chocolate, to be fair. And we had fun doing it, didn't we? So
yeah,
it was good. Just don't leave your chocolate in the microwave too long.
More fun, you could like try and piece it back together like a
Oh my gosh, that would take a long time. But I think we're going to end today's videos here. So thank you for watching, and well done, and a very Merry Christmas from us to you.
And
we
Happy New Year.
Yeah, we hope you all had a great day. We certainly have, haven't we? And we will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.